Morning. So with this whole Corona thing going around, you start seeing the shelves at the grocery store that are empty. Kind of the panic that is being reported about it. The possibility of I'm going to be stuck in my house, or my job might close, or whatever it is. You've got all of your stuff set to the side. You've been preparing. You think, I'm good. I've already got this stuff all around. I don't need to think about it anymore. I've already got it. That could be a dangerous thought, because what I do is, with this situation popping up, I start going through different sections of it. So, okay, the grocery stores say they have empty shelves, and there's a bunch of people just mobbing the store trying to get what they need last minute. So, okay, well, I've got my food set to the side. Okay, so I've got ways of purifying water. I'm good there. And I started going through these different kind of sections of it, and I found a few holes that were in my own plans. And I used this time to fill those holes. And my holes were, I planned for, what if I can't get to the grocery store? Some bad weather comes through, a snowstorm, an ice storm. I can't physically get to the grocery store. So I set food to the side for that eventuality. Then I thought, okay, what if something were to happen and I don't have clean running water at the house? I need to have water on hand or a way to get water. So I've got water, water bottles and regular water set to the side. That's just made for drinking. And then, I had, I've got that. I've got water sterilizing. I've got water filtering, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's covered. Security, that's not an issue. I've kind of beefed up the house, got everything together that I need for security wise, to protect what I have, protect my family, make sure my truck was completely topped off with gas. That way, if I need to go out and get something, or if somebody needs help doing something, I don't have to go to a gas station that's just mobbed with people trying to get gas. But my main holes that I found in this were, okay, I've got water set to the side that's made for drinking. Water bottles, cases of water, gallon jugs of water that are set to the side for that purpose. And then I thought, well, what if those were to run out? Because they're gonna run out. And, if I don't have clean running water at the house, I need a way to get more. So one item that I wanted to share with y'all is these black Berkey water filters. They're little black canisters, and if you look these up on YouTube, you can find videos out about them all over the place. And this is a list of all of the things that it will filter out of the water. It's a very long list, because it filters it down to such a small, I don't know what the filtration element things are called. It filters it really good. And it takes out, chemicals and metals and viruses and crap that's in the water that you don't want to drink. They come in this little black box, and there's 2 of them in there. And to build one of the filtration kind of things, you can buy them from the website, but from what I remember, they were a bit pricey. So I made my own out of a video that I saw on YouTube, and it looks like this. So what you do is you go and you get 2 buckets, just regular old 5-gallon buckets. I've got a lid, and then I took another lid and I drilled these 2 holes in it. And what you do is, these are the 2 filter elements inside. So they're just little kind of black canister looking kind of deals. But you drill some holes in your buckets, and what I do is, this is just the holding bucket, and it has a little spout on it that I just screwed right into a hole that I drilled, and it seals. So you set that down on your counter, your tabletop, And you take your lid that has the holes drilled in it, you set it on top. And then those filter elements have these little nipples that are sticking out the bottom of them that are sealed with a little nut that's on there. And you just take those and you put them through the holes that are in your bottom bucket. So those sit in there nice and neat. They lock together. So you take the nastiest pond water you can find, just a stagnant pool, and you dump it into this top bucket. And what it'll do is it'll filter through those filter elements. And nice, clean, clear, drinkable water is stored in the bottom because it's a gravity feed system. You fill up this bucket, it's going to slowly trickle through those elements, and it's going to fill up that bottom bucket. And then you just get your clean drinking water right out of that spout. And now these things have actually come in handy without a crisis, because there was a time not long ago where they had a boil order out because a water main break somewhere near my house had happened, and they said, hey, boil your water, clean your water, don't just drink it right out of the tap. I wasn't worried. Everybody ran to the grocery stores. They were picking up their bottled water, their water jugs. All the water in town was gone. I didn't worry. I just pulled this out, set it on my kitchen table, filled it right from the faucet, and it all filtered into this this lower bottle, this lower jug here, and we had clean drinking water. And then when you go to store it, take your lid off, you take the bucket with the nipples in it, and you just slide it right on down into your bottle, or into your bottom barrel. Stack your lids on top, set it to the side. Doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Now, with all of that covered, my next thought was, okay, so I've got my water now. I've got my food. I've got my security. We're good. And then I thought, well, with all of that, that's nice. But if the need were to come along, how are we going to clean everything? Because you're going to have to wash your hands. You're going to have to wash your dishes. You're going to have to wash your clothes. There's going to be stuff that needs to be cleaned. And are you going to use dirty water, contaminated water to wash your hands, to wash your plates, to wash your clothes? And so I thought, no. But, I can go ahead and use that. But, I didn't have any soap. I thought all of the other stuff, I'm good to go. I don't need anything else. And then I started realizing I don't have any soap. We've got that little bottle of dish soap up on the counter next to the kitchen sink. How long is that going to last when we're washing our hands? If people need to take baths, eventually the bath soap is going to run out. If the stores aren't there, or we don't have the option to go to the store, what are we going to do? So I just went to the store and I thought, let's see what we can find. And they had those little bottles of dish soap for $4.50 a piece. But then just a few slots over, for $8.50, you got this. This is 169 ounces of soap, liquid soap. And it is the equivalent of 6 28-ounce bottles of dish soap. And so $4.50 for a small bottle, or $8.50 for that. So I went ahead and I picked up a few of those, set them off to the side. That way now, if something were to happen, we can't leave the house if we don't have any running water, or, for all the stuff that's going on. All the soap is sold out because everybody's gobbled it up. I don't have to worry because I have soap on hand. I have extra soap on hand. The Lysol was all gone. The bleach was all gone. Shelves were empty. But I was able to get, I walked through the hardware store, actually. All of it was gone. But if you look around the areas where it's not supposed to be, you just might find something good. Because I looked at the aisle and I said, they don't have any bleach, they don't have any Lysol. All right, well, I looked, I tried. And I turned and I went through a different aisle, which was the lawnmower aisle. So they got all the lawnmowers all lined up, the trimmers all lined up. And on a shelf underneath lawnmowers, I found bleach. Somebody had picked it up and walked through the store and then realized for some reason, I don't want it, I don't need it. And they stuck it in a random spot because people are lazy and they don't put things back where they go. Anytime I have something that I decide I don't need or don't want, I will go back to that aisle and I put it back in the spot where I got it from. There's a lot of lazy people out there that would rather just stick it wherever, and it worked out for me on this time because this was the last bottle of bleach they had in the entire store, and they didn't even know they had it because it wasn't on the right shelf. So look around for that, but take these kind of times, go through your plans, and find where your holes are. Because I thought I was good, like I said, and then I realized, hold on a minute. Sorry, my son peeked in, was wondering what I was doing. But like I was saying, take kind of a closer look at your plans and start finding the holes that you have, because there's going to be holes somewhere. And once you find that hole, work on filling it. That way you have what you need when nobody else does. So those are a few items. Black Berkey water filters. Look them up. They're a little bit of an investment, I would say, but it gives you a lot of peace of mind. Like when the boil order hit, I didn't have to worry. I've got water, drinkable water, sitting right there. But if I don't want to break into that yet, I've got water filters that are more water purifiers. Yeah, they're Black Berkey purification elements. So I didn't have to worry about that. And then even if I didn't have these, well, there are other options to clean, filter, and purify your water. Fill those holes. So those are a few of the items that I found that I didn't have that I was going to need. So there you go. Take it, use it if you like it. If you hated it, oh well. It's useful information, I think. I'm going to get back to work. Y'all be good.